Hey, what's up, guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, Dr. Edwin Jenner was a somewhat important, somewhat minor character in the first season of The Walking Dead. He was in the last 2 episodes out of the 6-episode season. He was killed in the last episode, so the character only lasted 2 episodes overall. But he was a member of the CDC, I believe, or Center for Disease Control, and he was the last surviving member, and he was still studying the walkers and how the walkers worked. And, I mean, his character does have sort of an important legacy, but I'll get to that in a minute. But he was still studying the walkers and everything, and he was just about to give up and kill himself when he encounters Rick's group on his cameras, and he lets them in, and he explains some of the stuff about the walkers, and it's kind of for the plot of the story to sort of give you some information about the walkers. It's like literally for the audience, the actual audience of the show. Like Jenner kind of just gives some exposition and some explanations about the walkers and like the rules of the zombies and everything. And Rick's group, they stay there for a day or something, and Jenner reveals that he is going to bomb the entire CDC and lock them and force them to die with him because it's the best option. He believes that it's the best option for them to just die quickly, painlessly from an explosion, rather than try to live in this doomed world. I mean, he's kind of pessimistic and negative, but he also lost his wife, and it seems like that really damaged him. And his entire staff is dead and gone, and it seems like this guy's a little unstable, and I mean, he's calm, but he's also, I think he's just a little kind of just messed up in the head because of all the things that happened, and he just wants to blow up everyone and kill Rick's whole group, and because he believes that that's the best option for them. And Rick finally convinces him to let them out, and Jenner still kind of believes that it would have been best to just blow them up and kill them right then and there. But once he lets them out, Rick says that he's grateful, and Jenner says the day will come when you won't be. And of course, that's the title, The Day Will Come When You Won't Be, for the season 7 premiere episode where Negan kills Glenn and Abraham. And when you look at Rick's face, you can almost see that maybe Jenner was right to just lock them in that building and blow them up. Obviously, I don't think he was, but it's still kind of cool how they used that, and how they used that kind of cryptic line, and it kind of came full circle an entire 6 years later, an entire 6 seasons later. Because what Negan did, and him killing Negan and what Negan did, killing Glenn and Abraham so brutally and really just breaking Rick's group, it wasn't such a devastating moment, and it does kind of make you think about what Jenner said to Rick, and how Jenner believed that maybe just blowing them up in that building would have been the right thing to do. But of course, I don't think that Jenner was right. I mean, there never would have been Judith. There never would have been Michonne. Glenn would have never met Maggie. There never would have been the Alexandria safe zone. There never would have been a new world in season 9 that Rick and others built. So, I think at the end of the day, most of them did end up dying anyway. Most of Rick's original group, most of Rick's original Atlanta group, they're all still mostly dead. But, the fact that they fought a little longer, and some of them lived longer, and I mean, I think just Daryl and Carol are the only ones I guess Daryl, Carol, and maybe Rick are the only ones in that episode that are still alive. I believe it's called TS-19. It's a somewhat controversial episode. For me, I kind of understand some of the criticisms, but I really liked how Rick's whole group got to be together in a building and everything, and I don't know, it was kind of cool to see like the original cast be in that building with Jenner. They had some cool moments. That scene where a lot of them get drunk was funny, but yeah. It was interesting, and Jenner also is the one to tell Rick that that when you die, you turn to a walker no matter what. You don't have to get bitten to turn to a walker. Everyone's infected. If you die of a heart attack, you turn to a walker. You know, if you die of old age, you turn to a walker. You know, Jenner whispers this to Rick, and you know, we as the audience don't know what Jenner said, but Rick finally says it at the end of season 2, so we get that answer. But yeah, that was kind of cool. So you know, as far as should he have lived longer, I think that the actor that played Jenner did a really good job. I mean, you can just hear and see the hopelessness, you know, on this guy's face and everything, and he truly believes that just blowing them up to hell is the best thing for them. And you can almost sympathize with him and believe that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think he was wrong for the reasons I said. You know, Rick would never have met Michonne, Glenn would have never met Maggie, et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, I mean, he did make a point, and it was an interesting character that you could kind of sympathize with. I mean, sure, he wanted to kill them all, but, you know, he kind of, his heart was kind of in the right place. You know, he gave them a good meal, let them all shower, and then wanted them to just die quickly and painlessly, rather than live, you know, and struggle and eventually mostly die in this world, which they did mostly die in this world, some more painfully than others, some more sadly than others, but, you know, basically the only ones that are alive are Rick, Daryl, Carol. But still, it's, you know, it's interesting. The character was interesting. I thought the character was interesting, but no, I don't think he needed to live to season 2 or anything. I think that it was a good short character, and The Walking Dead has a lot of good short characters, and that's kind of a part of what makes the show so strong. Just because a character is really interesting or the actor is good, it doesn't make them safe. They could easily die in 1 episode or 2 episodes easily. It happens a lot. Characters like that, even if they're played by really good actors, they can still die in 5 minutes. And that's a part of the show's edge, I think, and I think Jenner was one of those characters, and I think it worked. You know, I don't have any issues with his death. I don't think he needed to live longer. So, do I think that Jenner should have lived longer? No, I think his story arc, as little as it was, and his role in the story was good, and his death was good. I think it was pretty much handled perfectly, and no, I wouldn't change it. I liked what it did for the story. And yeah, I think it was fun. So I wouldn't have changed it at all. I would have just kept his death the same and Jackie's death the same. And a lot of season 1 was pretty good. I wouldn't change much of it at all. But yeah, Dr. Jenner's death, I would have just killed him off in the same way. I wouldn't change that. I think that was a good death, and it worked, and it worked for the show. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 329 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 400 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we will eventually get to that goal of 400. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.